Hey guys, welcome to Tristen Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about a little game called Mixtape Massacre. Mixtape Massacre is a pretty fun game about you playing as serial killers or other knockoffs of famous movie villains. It is a really fun game and I think it really fits the Halloween season, so why don't we get into a little bit of the facts behind it. Mixtape Massacre is the first board game made by the company Brightlight. Mixtape Massacre is also the first game by Freddie Carlini, Matty Karanko, and Narajoy. Mixtape Massacre is also a Kickstarter game, which, if you're unfamiliar with the form Kickstarter, which I'm pretty sure everyone is, but I'm just going to explain it anyways. Kickstarter is a platform where you can raise money for board games such as this and promise that you get an early copy to the people who have pre-ordered it, but then inevitably they get it like 2 years after you've ordered it. The idea behind it is you can pre-order things and you can pledge money for interesting games like this. I think it's a really cool format, but they need to get on top of their shipping. Mixtape Massacre is a very, very interesting game. It is not my favorite by any means, but I'll be honest, I ain't got that many Halloween themed board games and this baby's close enough. So, let's get into it. Alright, first things first, let's open up that big old box. Alright, now that that's out of the way, next thing out of the box is the old boarderino. The board is pretty interesting, I'm going to be honest. It's not my favorite board design by any means, but all this original art's really neat. It's pretty neat. Next, take out the old die. There are 4 dice in this game. There's the movement die, and then the murder die. Ooh, spooky. Take out the character stands, ability tokens, and health pegs from the box. Put those aside for now. I'll get the character cards and place them out to the side. Take the knife, put them down. You know, the game is really interesting how it's designed, and it's a really well-designed game in theory. And don't get me wrong, I really do not like to hate on other people's games and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be honest, this one is not one of my favorites. Like I said though, 'tis the season to be jolly. Take out the bonus tracks. Those are little things that can either help you or not help you, depending on the random selection of this game. Souvenir tokens, they represent different body parts and dismembered pieces that you're going to need to play later. And the killer scenes, dude. Now, that's all the goods from the box. Let's go over what everything actually is and looks like. Killer scenes, dude! You're going to want to shuffle those up. I already shuffled them, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to pretend like I shuffled them and leave that up to the viewer's imagination. I'll share better this out. Anywho's, they can either have 2 things. They can either be this homie right here. See that little knife up there? That means that this dude is open for an attack. It also says this victim is open for an attack, in case you can't distinguish that by the knife symbol. Very, very interesting. Take a hit of this is the name of this card. So, how cards work like that. There are the dice. And the dice have 3 different symbols on them. The pentagon, the fist, and the knife. This dude requires 1 knife to be rolled to murder him. So we're going to do that, just to give an example. Well, I got 3 pentagons, so you know what that means? This dude's dead. Plus, I get an extra souvenir. Crazy ass tomahawk lady, this is going to hurt. You lose 2 health, or you can try and roll 2 fists. If you do not, you lose 2. Next thing's next. Bonus tracks. What? Bonus tracks are very simple. I also shuffled these already, so I'm just going to do that. This means that you can either get some good stuff like can never have enough of these. That means you get a +1 knife on a murder attack. Which, nice. And or a brawl, but we'll get into brawls later. Because for some reason the monsters will try and fight each other, which is interesting. But we'll get into that in a minute. Next thing, let's talk about these sweet pieces. This is the character board, which I think is really cool and a really well designed thing. I only have a couple issues with it. A, you can't even barely read the card when it's in there, because if you're looking straight up at it, I'm a tall homie, so I gotta like bend down or like move my card around and be like, whoa, what's up, dude? Apparently this guy likes smooth jazz though, so I can vibe with him. Each character, this is the character card. This shows their special power token, their special ability, their preferred music, their weapon, and their birth name. They also give a little backstory about each character, but I'm not going to read those today because... You see, this is the other issue with it, is that it takes like forever to actually get them into the knife slot, and then once you get them in, you'll have to like adjust them for like a solid minute, and it's just not that well designed. No respect to the homies that made this game though. It's a fun game. And some of the knife holes just aren't even properly sized, which is very annoying when you get into it. But I'm not going to get into it right now because I'm here to show you how to play this game and give you reasons why to play it. That's my job here. Stupid Gremlins. I love Gremlins. Gremlins is my favorite film. That's not true, but I do love Gremlins. With most games, you can imagine how I feel about making stands and whatnot. But this company did not decide to make good stands because some characters will fit in perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Everyone's happy dandy. But then some characters will go in and then they just won't stay. And it's very annoying because you have to like slide them around from place to place, and that's like not what anybody wants to do with their life. But who am I to complain? I haven't produced a board game. Alright, so once all the miniatures have been assigned to their stands, then you have to get the proper tokens out. So do that, deal them out to the proper players, and take 6 pegs for each player, 6, and put them into this little hole. Another issue I have about this, the hole isn't quite deep enough. Hi, welcome back to the previously programmed section. Today we will be playing the game Mixtape Massacre. Let's get back into it from where we are. We've already discussed pegs and the board. Now, let us talk about souvenirs! Yay! These are the souvenir tokens. On the back of every souvenir token there are a little clipboard. The clipboard on the other side, oh no, it's some stanky toes. But that's a problem for another day. Right now we have to distribute 1 token to each location. So let's peek up and take a look at that. So, put 1 token face down in each location. There are alternate modes of play for this game where what body part you get matters, but it really doesn't for the sake of standard play. So, yeah, that's that. Alright, and then you can put the rest of them off to the side for now. And that is more or less the setup of this game. I'm going to just put in those extra pegs now, and then we'll get right on to how to play. Alright, so we're going to go over the first turn of Mixtape Massacre. So let's roll that die. And I'm going to go first for Nightmare, which definitely has nothing to do with Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare gets to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple things that should be noted. These green spaces right here get you a bonus track. The sewer spaces let you move to any other sewer space of that color. There's blue sewer and yellow sewer. Ooh. If you want to go into a section to commit a murder, then you must go through one of these spaces. You cannot move diagonally, and that is all. Also, you can re-heal yourself once by landing on the pink station. That is all. Right, so Nightmare was not able to commit tax fraud. That's a shame. I'm going to roll for the gremlins, the hatchling. Sorry. He goes, 1, 2, 3. And look at that. He got a bonus track. What is his bonus track? Sweet dreams are made of these. This is an optional card. Some cards are optional, and some of them make you instantly do them. This one is an optional card to move to the motel. Now, let's see how Stitches do. Wow, Stitches got a 6. Look at him go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He landed on it, so now he can go into the Smart Video Shop. We're about to get our first murder. First things first. Stitches got no dial tone. How strange. The victim is open for an attack. Now, let's see how this goes. Wow, I can't believe it. Stitches got 3 straight knives. I guess what they say is true. Stitches gets bitches, and he's gonna mow 'em. Stitches has successfully committed the murder. Now, he's happy, and he gives a big smile to the crowd. And look at that. He got some nice bones. The first murderer to kill 10 victims and survive is the winner. Also, to be noted, if a killer has been depleted of all of his health, then he may not be revived. The rest of the game is played out with the other players to see either who is the last one standing and or who gets the 10 tokens first. And that, guys, is where I'm going to end it for today. Mixtape Massacre is a really fun game. If I were to rate it, I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 10, but that's just for me. I think that you guys might enjoy it, but hey, do each their own, man. These guys made it, and that's really awesome. I'm glad that they could do it, and they could follow their dreams. So yeah, this is probably where I'm going to end it for today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.